We're taking you back in time for our next story. Vancouver's Ivan Sayers has had a love affair with fashion since he was 14 years old. So naturally, he became a fashion historian. He has items in his collection spanning decades, and today he sold off some of his prized possessions. But as Tina Lovegreen reports, it's for a cause that he believes in.
It's not your typical antique sale. Inside the gated mansion, you can find characters and objects from a different time. But there's also another attraction.
Okay. According to my business cards, I am a fashion historian.
Renowned for his knowledge and his collection of clothing that spans the decades.
It is fun.
Ivan Sayers held his first exhibition when he was just 14 in the family garage.
I wanted to understand history because I wanted to understand the world I was in and where I fit into it.
Fashion, he says, can reveal so much about the world, a reflection of its time.
Technology and politics, international trade, all of these things are all tied into fashion.
Dozens sorted through the old items in search of finding new life in the articles from decades past.
It's a romantic fantasy. We assume that the past was perfect. Not really. But we have that illusion that things were wonderful in the old days, the good old days.
The money from the items sold here will go towards one day building a museum of clothing and textiles, which will feature items that Sayers has collected over the years and artifacts that were donated to what might eventually become the Museum of Original Costume. Like this top hat, donated today, belonged to the late Robert Bonner, British Columbia's Attorney General.
So this was worn at the opening of Parliament. This would have been worn at every reception given for any royal visitor and that kind of stuff. I mean, in terms of as a fashion piece, of course it's interesting. And the bucket, this is called the bucket, is in remarkably good condition and so on. But it also has all sorts of reference to historical moments in BC history. I mean, this is a tremendous object.
A part of history resurfaced and held on to for the day the Society raises enough money to open up the museum to the public. Tina Lovegreen, CBC News, Vancouver.